CivilNet. My guest today, all the way from Argentina, is Mr. Baruch Tenembaum, who is the founder of the Raoul Wallenberg Foundation, which is an international organization that does something very special and unique among international organizations. Mr. Tenembaum, thank you for being with us on CivilNet.
Welcome.
You have chapters in different countries, in different cities, in Tel Aviv, in Berlin, and
Buenos Aires,
New York. And the organization tries to do what?
We are trying to honor people who saved people.
That's simple.
Very simple, yes. And I don't think that, well, I'm almost sure that there is no another organization who devotes time and effort to do the same thing. We do only the positive things about everything. We don't cry, we don't lament, and we don't look for martyrs. We are looking for heroes, and we find them. And we are investigating till this very day about people who saved people, for instance, during the Second World War, which means 60, 70 years ago.
Tell us first about Raoul Wallenberg, who the man was and why you chose the name.
Well, Raoul Wallenberg is a Swedish man. He disappeared at the age of 33. He was single. He was sent to be a diplomat. He was not a diplomat, he was an architect.
Swedish.
A Swedish one, I'm sorry, yes. A Swedish one, from a very well-known family. He lost his father when he was a child, and he was very close to his grandfather. And his grandfather wanted him to be a businessman, so he sent him to several countries to have experience in different fields. He even was in Haifa in Israel during the war, and there are very curious things which we cannot understand. For instance, he never wrote and mentioned the problem of Jewish people during the Holocaust, and he saved later. So, and then he was...
He never mentioned the ones he saved?
No, he never mentioned the war.
Even?
And I'm talking about 1942, when he was in Haifa 1 year. And he was in India, in different countries, because, as I said before, his grandfather wanted him to be trained, you know. He was very rich, his grandfather has an empire. So,
what did he do that merits the name of saving good?
This is something we cannot understand. Look, I'm in the foundation almost 35 years, and I think that I read all his letters and I spoke with people who knew him, his family and so on. The American people sent him, asked, you know, the government in Sweden to send him because Sweden was a neutral country, so he was a diplomat, and he was almost, you know, sure that nothing will happen to him because it was a neutral country. And he went to Budapest. They sent him to Budapest, and he was there only between August 44 and February 45. That's all.
And during that time period, was he...
During this time, he saved thousands of people. Thousands.
The purpose of the Raoul Wallenberg Foundation, then, is to follow up on the atrocities of the Holocaust?
No, we don't speak about the Holocaust. We don't speak about the negative things, what happened. We only speak about the savers. We are looking for heroes. The truth is that our foundation wants people to be educated in a special way. We remember Hitler and Himmler and Eichmann, but we don't remember. So when we teach children, and children like heroes, we have to let them know that in life, if you do good things, you are remembered. And that's why we remind everything to be remembered.
Give us examples of people who have been honored by the Wallenberg Foundation.
We have, we honored hundreds. We discovered hundreds. And usually people who suffer during a war, they don't like to speak about it. You will find out. And it takes time. So when we find somebody who was in danger and he is alive, he survived,
you try to find out how.
We ask him, yes, we take him, we ask him, and then we find out who saved him. For instance, a few months ago, we found somebody, a lady who is 95 years old, and she survived the war, and she wanted to find the people who saved her. She only remembered that it was a Catholic house. She was Jewish. She is Jewish, and it was a child who was leaving the house every morning and bringing food. And she remembered only the name of the boy, Ichik, and he's Polish. That's all she remembered, not the street and nothing. And she knew that in the corner
of the house.
In the village, the boy was going to the corner, buying things, food and bringing. That's all she wanted. And it was in Poland. So we asked the Polish government, and the governments are helping us because they know that, it helps them. In 48 hours, we found the man. We found the man. And he's now 78 years old. So, of course, that they met and so on. And it happens that her son, the lady's son, is a very rich man. So I don't have to tell you what happened to this family. And so we honored many people, yes, all over. By the way, Armenia has, I don't remember how many, but at least 20 or 22 people, savers, which were honored already. And we are talking now, discussing to build a monument for them here in Armenia. But this is my first visit, by the way.
I should mention that Mr. Eduardo Ernequian is the president currently of the Wallenberg Foundation.
Oh yeah, he's the president, yeah, very much. And
tell us about you. Are you a Holocaust survivor?
No, I was in Argentina. I was born in Argentina, and my father was born in Argentina. My grandfather came to Argentina in 1901.
From?
From Latvia. And my father was born in Argentina, and I have nothing to do with it.
How did you choose this mission?
Because I was a teacher. I was teaching Bible in seminars, and Catholics and Protestants, and I brought together, Catholics and Jews. By the way, the new Pope was one of them. He's a good friend of mine. But and I began to find out how can we build an interfaith organization. And then I went one step further, and I looked for people who not just are talking about them among them, but who are helping. And then I arrived to Wallenberg and started a movement.
It's a great story, and it's a great example.
He's an example, yes.
I mean, not just him, but also the work that you do. Thank you for telling us about it.
Welcome, and I thank you, the Armenian people, because we have a president who devotes his time and his efforts, and thanks to people like him, we can work. And thank you very much.
Thank you. We also appreciate Mr. Ernequian's work. And we've been talking with Mr. Baruch Tenembaum, who is the founder of the Raoul Wallenberg Foundation, an international foundation which, as he says, looks for not victims but heroes. Thank you for watching CivilNet.